everyone. Welcome back to the English Pro Podcast, the place where you can improve your English skills step by step, one conversation at a time. I'm Jake, your host.
And I'm Emma, your co-host. We're so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're on your morning walk, studying, or just relaxing at home, we're excited to have you along.
Today, we're diving into something that every English learner needs to know: how to introduce yourself in English. And trust me, this is one of those skills that will get you through almost any situation, whether you're meeting someone new, starting a new job, or even traveling to a new country.
Exactly. I know some of you might be thinking, I already know how to say my name and where I'm from, but we're going to show you how to introduce yourself confidently, with more than just the basics. We'll cover different situations, useful phrases, and even body language.
So, whether you're a beginner or you've been learning English for a while, stick with us. This episode is for you. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Ready to get started, Emma?
Absolutely, let's jump in.
Okay, so before we start talking about specific phrases, let's talk about why introductions are so important. Emma, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you meet someone new?
For me, it's always about making a good impression. The first few seconds are crucial. How you introduce yourself can set the tone for the entire conversation. When you introduce yourself well, it shows confidence and openness, which makes others feel comfortable too.
Right. And for English learners, it's even more important. Why? Because the way you introduce yourself can tell people a lot about your language skills. You want to sound confident, but you don't want to overthink it or get stuck.
Exactly. You don't have to use perfect grammar, and it's okay if you make a mistake. The goal is to communicate clearly and make a connection. So, let's start with the basics.
All right, so when you first meet someone in English, you usually start by saying your name. Simple, right? But it's important to say it clearly and with confidence. So let's go over a couple of ways you can introduce yourself.
Sure, the most basic introduction is, for example, Hi, I'm Emma. This is casual, friendly, and easy to use in almost any situation.
Another one you might hear is, Hello, my name is Jake. This sounds a little more formal, but still very common.
Both of these are great for introducing yourself, but you can also add a little extra information to make your introduction feel more natural. For example, Hi, I'm Emma, I'm from the US. Or, Hello, my name is Jake, I'm a student. This helps the other person get to know you a little better.
Exactly. And don't forget to smile. Your body language is just as important as the words you say. A smile shows you're friendly and approachable.
Now, let's talk about how to introduce yourself in different situations. Introducing yourself at a job interview, for example, might sound a bit different than introducing yourself at a party. Let's start with a job interview.
In a job interview, you want to sound professional but still approachable. So you might say something like, Hello, my name is Jake. I'm a web developer with 5 years of experience. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice. That's a good balance between personal and professional. And don't forget to use a firm handshake if that's appropriate. The way you physically present yourself is important too.
Definitely. Now, what about a casual situation like at a party or meeting a new neighbor?
At a party, you could say something like, Hey, I'm Emma. I live next door. It's nice to meet you. It's relaxed and shows that you're friendly and approachable.
Right. And you might also want to ask a question to keep the conversation going. For example, what do you do? Or how long have you lived here?
Now that we've talked about different situations, let's go over a few common mistakes people make when introducing themselves.
First of all, don't say, I am Jake. This sounds like you're introducing your identity and it's not as natural in English. You want to say, I'm Jake, or my name is Jake.
Another mistake is speaking too quickly. When you're nervous, it's easy to rush through your introduction, but slowing down a little bit will make you sound more confident and give the other person time to understand you.
Exactly. And remember, don't worry if you forget what to say. If that happens, it's okay to pause, take a deep breath, and try again. Nobody's perfect, and people appreciate the effort.
All right, now let's do a little role play. Jake, I'm going to pretend I'm meeting you for the first time. Ready?
Let's do it!
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm from Chicago, and I'm a teacher. What about you?
Hey, Emma, I'm Jake. I'm from New York, and I'm a web developer. It's nice to meet you.
That's it. You can see how simple and easy an introduction can be when you just stick to the basics and add a little extra information. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly. And once you've introduced yourself, you can always follow up with a question to keep the conversation flowing. So, to recap, remember the key points when introducing yourself in English. Keep it simple, smile, and don't be afraid to add a little extra information about yourself. Whether it's casual or formal, the goal is to connect with the person you're talking to.
And remember, mistakes are normal. The more you practice introducing yourself, the more confident you'll become. Don't worry about being perfect. Just be yourself.
Exactly. So go out there, practice your introductions, and don't forget to celebrate every step of progress. You've got this. Thanks for listening to today's episode of the English Pro Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And we'll see you next time with more tips and tricks to help you improve your English. Take care.